A wise man once said there are two types of people in this world: those that are gay and those that are not gay. That wise person may or may not be me. Since you clicked this video, there might have been one moment in the past where you may have thought, were my actions straight or not? And whether they are straight or whether they're not straight, it doesn't really matter. But in the back of your mind, sometimes these things could gnaw at your brain, and you're just like thinking like, well, I wanted to be funny, but I didn't want it to be too gay, and then that's fine. So being the hero that I am, I've come from the heavens to guide humanity and answer your burning questions. At what point is too gay? And I've got some experience in this. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my course. Please sit down. Sit down. Stay quiet. Some important lessons coming up, and I hope to have a good course with you today. So we'll get rid of the easy ones that are normal. So the nice slap on the bum. Imagine that. Sorry, imagine that this is your friend's ass, and if there's like that. So that's completely normal. It happens in everyday life. Sports, whether you win a game, lose a game, your opposition, gives you a bit of a pat on your bum, just to show that the friendly, sporty experience. Yeah, so that's normal. So yeah, the 1,000 years of pain is normal as well. You just go, like this, just up there, butthole, and that usually angers the opposition. I won't say victim because they may or may not enjoy it, but so yeah, that is normal because it's an anime all the time. It happens all the time. It's a sensitive area, but with your mates, it's fine. I recommend not doing that to a stranger because that may not bode well for you. So those two are fine. Now, you might be asking, you might be asking me like, why am I qualified to answer these questions and to put a guide for you guys, and so I'll explain why. So let's look here. So let me just rub this off. Yeah, give me one moment. Okay, so here's a demonstration. Okay, so this is you, as shown. This is your random male mate, and this is the girl, a random girl. Okay, so look, so with my experience, people that are gay. Actually, let's start with the straight people first. So people that are straight, they'll do this. So that's you, right? And they draw a line, and then they whoop-de-doo here. They skip past that, and then they circle all over this woman, And then so that's for straight people, okay? Now, in the other demonstration, so if you're a gay person, to my understanding, what happens is this. So this is you. You go like that, and then woo, whoop-de-doo. Now, pay attention, class. No murmuring in class. So this is what happens. They whoop-de-doo the girl as well. They U-turn. Sorry, continue the line. Yeah, continue the line. They U-turn, and then they circle across the guy. Yeah. So given my understanding, and so essentially that's 90% of the time what happens. So the gay guy will skip past both of them and then go back to the guy. Just if you're straight, you'll notice that you pass the man and you go straight to the female. Okay. So my advice is that if you're the first person and you see your mate, he's a good looking guy. He might seem a bit perplexed in this scenario, but he's a good looking guy, right? And if you're thinking to yourself that I'm gonna skip past him, he's my mate and all, but I don't want to go any further with him. And you see the next girl, right in front of the guy, and it's a random girl. It doesn't have to be, a significant character in the story. It could be just a side character in the anime. And you just go to the girl, and then you try your best for this girl. You're most likely straight, okay? Most likely straight. But on the other hand, if you're gay, what may happen is that if this is a male and that's a female, you might go to the male straight away, which I didn't depict, and skip past the female. Or you may skip past the male because he's like, oh, that's your mate, and you don't want to make things gay, even though you might be gay, and then go past the female because you're gay, just to go back to your mate, okay? And this is a scenario that I'm assuming that you guys want me to discuss today. So um, yeah, so now the point of the video is just to show that um, whether you're gay or straight, if you go to your best mate, what activities can you do to him to and still remain straight, or if you're gay, make it to the next step. Yeah, so we'll continue on. So like I repeated, the 1,000 years of pain thing, that's straight. A slap on the ass, that's straight. Now a hand job, okay? So what if you give like a hand job to your mate? Now in this scenario, I just want to point out that this is most likely going to be your best mate. It doesn't really matter. It could be like a random, friend that you talk to like once a year on social media. It could be him, but just like I feel it's more appropriate if it's a best mate because you see him all the time. You talk with him, you make gay jokes with him, irrespective of your sexuality. So yeah, this is the scenario. So if you give your friend a hand job, and obviously we're assuming that the two consenting males, there's no force, uh, there's no force. So here's the thing, okay? The lines can be very blurred very quickly, okay? So you know how there was a time in like the mid 2010s where like you'd always say no homo to everything, whether it be gay or not. Like you pass him to you, like okay, for example, you have a pop quiz at school, and then the teacher's like pass the sheets back in the back of the classroom, and you pass it to your best mate and you say no homo. It's like, why would you say it? But you just say it. So or in other cases where you get a good squeeze of his nutsack and you hold on for an inappropriate amount of time where both of you don't really know what you're doing anymore, and then you say no homo. So in those scenarios, I would lean that is straight, because if you're both clarifying it's no homo and you have no intentions behind it, then you can do whatever you want. For the most case. So if it's no homo, then I say hand job's probably straight. Now, if you guys like, if you guys don't say that and you just give each other hand jobs, I would say that's gay. So if you've given your best mate a hand job, I would say that you're crossing the line a bit there. Not in a bad way, just that you're probably not in the realms of straight to the most part. It's kind of like midway. So yeah, that's that. Kissing. Kissing is straight gay. I'm telling you. There's no justification. Giving a hand job to your best mate is less gay than kissing him. Now, I'm not saying cheek kisses or any of your, if you want to kiss your head, go for it, man. It's all straight game. It's all straight. But like if you do a kiss on the lips or a bit of tongue action, like it's like your tongue is in devouring his tongue and vice versa. Yeah, that's crossing line. So that is gay. So if you ever made out with your best mate, I'm sorry, you are gay. All right, now blowjob. Blowjob. What do you think, mate? Yeah, don't listen to him. So unless you've given $100,000 or more, giving a blowjob to your best mate is gay. There's no reason to do it. Unless you guys enjoy it, that's a completely separate matter. But yeah, that is getting the line of gay. Now, what other activities are there? Of course, the verbal assaults, the physical, just hits, the just saying that I'm gonna suck you until you're dry. I think about you while I shit. Those things are all fair game. That's all straight and stuff. A bit disgusting at times, but they're all straight. Yeah, so don't worry about that. Verbal things are usually straight, so you're good for that. Now, imagine Now imagine that this is your best mate, okay? This is your best mate. And in this scenario, your best mate has a girlfriend, okay? This is the is not to scale. The girl in this is the same size as the male. Just I'm not a perfect drawer. So in this case, this is your best mate and this is your girlfriend. Okay, they're happily dating. They're all goods, and this is you now. So that's you, and you tell them when they're together that you're unhappy about your best mate hanging out with his girlfriend so often, and you feel neglected. Obviously you could word it in so many different ways, but this is a scenario. Now, in this case, it's a very peculiar thing. So, for the most part, it could be deemed straight, but you could always think that you, as a friend, could have a secret agenda to try to get your best mate to break up with the girlfriend. By telling him this sad story about how you feel neglected, you're essentially putting pressure on your best mate to break up his relationship. And then possibly, I'm just saying possibly, you could try to build your relationship with a best mate. That's a hard, not an ass. You could try to build your relationship with your best mate to the next level. Now, in these scenarios, as rare as it may be, I would say that you are gay. There's multiple reasons, right? Trying to break up your friend's relationship is one thing. It could be multiple things. The girl could not be right for him. The girl could be trying to get the best mate to hang out with you less. That's all fair game and stuff. But if you're trying to break up that relationship for your to pursue your own romantic conquest, you are gay. I've said it. This scenario is gay. So when this happens, what happens is there's a multitude of problems. Okay, the girlfriend becomes sad. That's obvious. The girlfriend's sad. Your best mate is confused. Best mate's confused because now he's thinking like, I just lost my girlfriend, and my best mate has proposed to me. So you put him in a very compromising situation. Your best mate could now do two things, okay? And as a class, we need to get in depth here, obviously, right? So because I'm a good teacher, right? I have a good degree. So so the so yeah, the best mate can do two things now. Here are the two things. The best mate could tell you, the other best mate, that he is not gay, and then what happens is that it's a broken heart. You know, your friendship is shattered. Any chance of romance is shattered. The girlfriend and your best mate's relationship, that's shattered. That's a lose-lose situation. Okay, and I highly recommend we don't go to this path. Okay, so if you're the best mate in this scenario, don't tell your other friend, no matter how much of a dick he is, that you're not gay. There's better ways to handle the situation. So now we come to scenario two. Okay. Now scenario two. So scenario two is a win-win situation. Okay. And whether or not you think this is realistic or not, everyone can be optimistic. Yeah, everyone can be optimistic. Okay. So in this situation, after the girlfriend is erased from existence because of their broken relationship, so let me just rub her out. What happens is that the guy, the best mate, realizes that the girlfriend never satisfied him in the way that the relationship with you has, like that friendship, the friendship between brothers, it's overbearing, so that like the best mate forgets about the girlfriend and instead they develop an intimate connection between each other, and they start to go out. And in that case, it's obviously gay. So, but it's like a win-win gay situation. So in that case, like, it's not. I sometimes think to myself that how am I such a good teacher? Like, these scenarios and these things that I just said to you in this video, like, they're universally accepted. Man, I'm just so good. Needless to say, marriage between the best mate and you is gay. So if that's not something you're interested in, avoid that at all costs. Um, yes, yes. Asking your best mate to rate you out of 10. So in this scenario, there could be a lot of possibilities. Okay, so obviously 10 being greatest, 0 being the worst. If your best friend rated you between 0 to 3, any number between 0 to 3 inclusive, and you respond in a very negative way, not negative as in saying, "Ah, you're talking shit, man," like, nah, bro, you're like a 0 if I'm like a 3. If you respond like that, you're straight. Be careful like that. But if you respond that I thought that you saw me as like at least a 7, you're gay. And I'll tell you why. Visualizing someone else's answer to how you look or what your personality is, what they think your penis size is, that's gay. Yep, it's gay. Now, obviously, that's one scenario. So, what if they answer somewhere between 4 to 10? It's all good. You're straight, irrespective of their response or your response. I mean, so for example, if you act negatively, you'll be like, "Man, why are you thinking me so highly?" You just think that your best mate is just a kind guy. He's hyping you up. Now, if your best mate then said that you're a 10 in my eyes, that could be gay. Or your friendship has no bounds. So that could be it as well. It's one of those things where teachers can't teach you. You just have to experience it in a subjective level. So yeah. So if you're in that situation, comment below. I'll try to figure out a plan for you. My first instinct is saying that it is gay, but there's always interpretation. So that. I guess the next thing could be, yes, talking about your penis size in your group of friends. Okay. Now, obviously, what I said before is that it is gay, but now upon further introspection, I'm thinking it's possibly straight. Everyone knows that guys like to talk about their dicks, not to strangers, but to your mates. Okay. If not your mates, who are you gonna talk it to? Talk to about it. Your parents, your family, your step siblings. Probably not that. Yeah, so you have no one. You can't even talk to your partner about it because like they'll just say this is what they'll say. Farhan, you're perfect the way you are, and I respond, yeah. So that's why your messmates is the only people you can talk about it, and they always hype you up. You're like, if you're packing a solid 1.5 inch, they always say that, bro, I've never seen bigger, and these things which could be misconstrued as gay is just more just your mates just pushing you on. When you have a tough life, things like that, really brighten your day. It brightened my day. So that's my first lesson on this topic. I hope you learned something. If not, stay back at the stay back after class, and comment below, and then I'll help you out. Have a good day.